Good morning YouTube, Jen here, and Alice, of course, my 2022 Royal Enfield Himalayan. And I have finally done it. I have changed out the tires. I have decided to go with the Shinko 804-805 combo after asking you, of course, and looking at some reviews. So today I'm going to talk about those a little bit with you, and we're going to go for a ride and see how they do. So join me. So first, let's take a look at the tires that were on the bike. These are the Seat Grip XL tires that came with the Royal Enfield Himalayan. The front tire here is actually still looking pretty good. I probably could have comfortably got another 1,000 miles or more out of that tire. However, the rear tire, hopefully the camera can pick it up, you can see has quite a bit of wear. Let's see, especially right down the center line. I could have gotten another 500 miles out of it, but I was starting to get pretty nervous, and you know, you don't want to be nervous when you're riding. You want to be having a good time. So I do have to say though, I got over 3,000 miles out of those tires, and they kept me upright for the most part, and I think that they were a great starter tire for the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Alright, so let's have a look at this Shinko 804 front tire. You can see that it's got some big old knobbies on it, so that will help perform better in muddy and sandy conditions, I would suspect. The front tire size is the same as the original Seat tires. They are a 90/90 on a 21 rim. The back tire, however, it is a little shorter and a little bit wider than the existing tire that was on there. It came stock with a 120/90/17 on the back, and I went with a 130/80/17. I didn't really mean to go with that size, it just would fit it, and it was the size that the Shinko 805 came in, so it fit on there fine. And I'm pretty excited for the wider tire. I think it's going to perform really well in the dirt. So we're gonna go find out today how it does though. Okay, let's do a little less standing still and a little more riding. Let's go suit up, go for a ride. All right, and we are off. We are going to head for a dirt road that we have ridden before, but I know this dirt road will be a good test for the new tires. It does have some good rutty areas, some sandy areas. We've gotten some rain recently, so I'm expecting there'll be some muddy areas as well. We're also going to get some high-speed riding in on the asphalt here so that I can tell you how they are performing in that. So stick around, and hey, if you haven't subscribed, you need to do that. It really helps us out. So the start of our ride today is just on the asphalt, as you can see. But perhaps you're wondering, could I get the Shinko 804-805 combo to ride for mainly city riding on the asphalt? Well, the answer to that is yes, of course you could. I have noticed that I am feeling a little bit more vibration than I did before in the foot pegs as well as the handlebars, so that's created from the friction from the knobbier tires. I am not noticing a sound difference because the majority of the sound that I hear is just the wind. I have noticed that when I'm banking sharply, I'm having to bank more, if that makes sense, to make turns that might be due to the wideness of the rear tire. But overall, this is very comfortable. I could definitely rock these on the asphalt all day long. All right, we're cruising about 55 miles an hour now, and I am really noticing no difference between the Seats and the Shinkos. So that's good, very comfortable. As I take this corner here, I can tell you that I do feel that a little bit. It's the more aggressive knobs on the sides of the tires. They are, I guess, kind of like digging into the asphalt. Maybe you can just kind of feel like a little bit of a roughness, but it's not uncomfortable. So yeah, these do fine so far on the asphalt. I don't think we're going to get into any rain today, so I won't be able to give you any kind of information about how well they perform on wet asphalt. But there are other reviews for these tires, and I will eventually encounter that situation, so I'll let you know when I do. Here we go, some steeper banks. Yeah, the only thing I really notice is the feel of those knobbier sidewalls as I make the turns. But I don't even really feel the vibration when I'm going faster, so not really much of a difference between the stock Himalayan tires and the 50/50 on-road, off-road Shinko 804-805 combo. So there are three reasons I went with the Shinko 804-805 combo. The first being the reviews, some of them by you. I asked you for your opinion on tires a while back, and a lot of people commented good things about these tires. There were some comments left about some other tires as well, so I did consider a few different brands. The second was the price point. The front tire, back tire combo came in at just over $200 for the pair, so that's definitely not bad. And the third was availability. Some of the other brands that I was looking at were not available at the time, so some of them also didn't come in the sizes that I need for the Himalayan. So yeah, that's why I went with the Shinko 804-805s. All right, here we go. Our favorite place to be. This road does start out pretty tame, just some washboards, some bigger gravel, no big deal. Probably not going to notice too much of a difference in the tires on this kind of stuff. I can tell you that they're comfortable, doing good so far. Hello, puppy. So I learned something new about my Himalayan from BJ and Michael at Dixie Power Sports. If you watched the last video, you got to see them teaching me how to put tires on a bike. We installed these Shinko 804s, 805s together, so now I know how to change a tire out in the wild if I need to. I think I could do it. It really didn't look too bad. So thank you again to those guys for doing that. That was so freaking badass of them. But anyways, the thing I learned was that the Himalayan did not come with, I think it's what it was called, was rim locks. And so, D-Rock and I have talked about if we should be airing down the tires when we hit the dirt. A lot of people say, yeah, absolutely, you need lower tire pressure on the dirt. But fun fact, if I air down the tires too much on my bike and start riding, my tires could actually just start spinning on the rims, which would bust that valve off of there and flatten my tire, and then I'd be having fun changing a tire out in the wild. So I'm gonna go with about 18 psi all the time, I think, and call it good. Yeah, we were climbing up things with ease. It seems, I might have to test that again. It seems like that I'm able to take these corners on the dirt a little faster without my back end kicking out. So might have to test that a couple more times before I say that's real. Let's see if we can get a couple more corners up ahead and take them a little faster than I normally do, and see if that's a real observation or not. Get off the D-Rock here so that I can a little bit more speed. Yeah, I mean, going over that terrain, these corners, and the washboards, yeah, I'm not kicking out at all. I wonder if that's more of a weight contributor, because the rear tire is wider, so I would imagine it probably weighs a little more. Or if it's the knobby, maybe both, but that's cool. Another thing we had BJ and Michael check were my rear brakes when we switched out the tires, and they informed me that my brake drum was bigger than one they've seen before, or bigger than normal, and that's likely what's causing the squeak. A squeak is caused by vibration. And where that drum's bigger, it's going to amplify that sound more. So we didn't find anything wrong with the brakes, so that is comforting. It's just a little bit annoying So they don't really seem to do it when I like press hard on the brake, so I'm trying to like not really use the rear brake unless I need to press hard on it. So that's my plan. Oh, right up ahead here, this is like my favorite part of the whole ride. So we'll just have a moment of eerie quiet as we ride through the Erie section. Yeah, love that part. All right, here comes a little more interesting section of road here. We'll see if we can't wreck. Not really, that's not my goal today. I should have worn my motocross boots and didn't, so I'm actually hoping not to lay the bike down today. Yeah, those tires are gripping into that sand pretty good. That's good. Yeah, you know, and I feel a lot more confident with these tires on here. I do. Yeah, this is pretty sandy. We're doing just fine. Heck yeah. Oh man, this is amazing. Holy crap, I can't believe how well she's handling. She's doing better than me. I'm getting nervous sitting down ready to go over, but she's just barreling over all this stuff. Wow, what a difference. Super cool. Holy cow, that was completely insane. I had no idea the difference that switching out the tires was going to make. I mean, it did, honestly. It gave me a boost in confidence. I knew these were going to handle better in the dirt. But I mean, what I just did probably seems like nothing to like some of you more experienced riders out there, you know, but that's something I would not have taken the Himalayan on before. I just would have been nervous with the tires, and you know, less skill really requires better gear. And that's kind of the boat I'm in. I'm still pretty new at this sport. But yeah, these tires have given me more confidence. I can't believe I just barreled through that like I did. D-Rock's doing the whole told you so thing right now. I was so hesitant to put new tires on this bike. I just didn't want to lose that feeling that I have of like floating through the desert, you know. In fact, we did a whole video on floating through the desert, but I haven't lost that. It's still nice and smooth. It just handles better on the dirt. This is crazy. So this is really going to get me places. I'm excited. Maybe we'll encounter some mud here. Nope. No, but I do think we've got some deep sand right here, so that will be... Oh, it didn't kick out. I mean, I took that pretty slow, but it handled well. Man, I'm seeing all these side roads now that I like wouldn't have even considered before, and I'm thinking, go home, strap on those motocross boots, here I come. All right, so here's the last time I'll say it. Mad respect to the Seat Grip XL tires that came factory fit for the Himalayan. They really helped me build up my confidence and feel comfortable on this bike. However, I would have to say that as much time as I spent on the dirt, and not just the dirt, but like what I like to call the crappy crap, I wish I would have done this tire change a long time ago. This is really changing my experience on the dirt, so that is my opinion. All right, we might get a little bit of water right here. Oh, there's those squeaky brakes for you. Oh yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to encounter much. Well, that was a pleasant ride. Might have to do a muddy ride. We're supposed to get rain for the next couple of days, so that won't be hard to find some mud. Take it easy around these blind corners here. Somebody's coming. They might not be taking it so easy. Here's some sand. The steep incline. Oh yeah, pulling right up over that. Go, Alice, go! Yeah, we've got some sand here, folks. That's good. We didn't lose traction. Freaking awesome. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, we're taking it real slow up this. It's a pretty blind corner. And I do not want to go off into that. You know, I know the camera never picks up how steep something is, but we did just come down a pretty steep hill there, and it got me wondering, you know, D-Rock recently took the Himalayan out and did a video. I think he called it Punished, which, I mean, for reals. He took it out over Hellhole Pass, and it was washed out. And I mean, that road's already pretty hairy, but it got really hairy. He was coming down some real steep stuff, and I know he was wishing that the rear brakes would work a little better. But I wonder if it would have helped him out quite a bit to have these tires on the bike. I actually don't wonder. I absolutely know it would have. He didn't wreck, but I think that they could have pulled him through that. But check out that video anyways. It's definitely worth your time. There was some deep sand for you. Broken record again. It's like I just got the Himalayan. When I first got the Himalayan, it was like, oh, I love it, I love that, I love this. I just couldn't stop, and now I just can't stop with the tires. All right, I think that's about all I have to say about the Shinko tires so far today. We're not going to really encounter any more varied terrain from here on out on our ride, so I am uber impressed with these tires. I highly recommend them, and I will continue to talk about them as we continue to adventure. So thank you so much for joining me today. Please stick with us. Lots more adventures to come, and we'll see you next time. Jen out.